Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. And this video is a focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and it is part of a series of investor profiles for my Middle East database, which is going to be available in 2024. Just a bit of information about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 200 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I'm an advisor to a New York-based investment company affiliated with a $60 billion fund. The fund focuses on various sectors, particularly income-producing real estate, with capital requirements for projects typically ranging from $10 to $20 million. These projects are selected based on their cash flow and growth potential. If you want more information on my services, you can just click my Fiverr link below. So this guide to Middle East capital includes the following, and it is a unique database I've been working on for quite a while. There's over 150 hours devoted specifically for this database, and this video series is going to not only include the basics of the database, but it's also going to include company profiles in each one. But to start off with, it has 325 companies, it has key contacts, the type of business, the sectors of potential investment interests that they have, it has their websites, the company emails at 274, and key contact emails over 470. And it also is unique because it has key outreach strategy points, and that's what makes this database very, very unique, and you're going to see more of it in Excel spreadsheet format a little bit later on in the video, and the database, of course, will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Starting off, some key database statistics. There's 185 companies that are based in UAE, so just a little more than half of them are UAE based. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, so about 18%. And 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups. So that makes up about 40% of it. It's the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights Dimah Capital in Kuwait, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot: they're based in Kuwait, and they're classified as an investment company, and their focus is real estate and private equity. Company description: they're founded in 2007. Dimah Capital is an investment company and private equity firm based in Kuwait. Company focus: their investor approach and strategy. Dimah Capital Investment Company, established in 2007 with a robust capital base, operates as a leading Sharia-compliant investment company. The company's core business focus is on private real estate funds, offering diversified Sharia-compliant investment solutions tailored to client-specific needs. Company expertise: Dimah Capital boasts a team of financial experts committed to delivering superior investment results while upholding the highest professional and ethical standards. With a dedicated focus on private real estate funds, the company leverages its expertise to manage risk effectively and achieve clients' long-term growth or income objectives. And their geographic reach: while rooted in Sharia-compliant framework, Dimah Capital operates globally, sourcing, structuring, and managing private real estate funds. The company's international market presence ensures a diversified portfolio of carefully selected properties, providing unique investment opportunities and long-term value for clients. And here are some of their previous investments. So there are some potential investment opportunities to approach them with, and this is actually part of one of the features of my database. For every one of the 325 groups, I have actually identified opportunities that you can approach them for, whether you're using the database for startup funding for your company or whether you're looking to introduce investment opportunities. You're going to see the spreadsheet a little bit later, so I'll explain it a little bit more in detail. And how I usually have done this is I've looked at news reports, I've looked at their website, I've looked at previous investments they've made, and to try and make it simple, and given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you might want to propose the following investment opportunities. In this case, you'd look at construction projects or real estate projects. One of the key features of my database for Middle East investors is it also includes the tips for investor outreach. It's the only database that you can get that does this. I've spent over 150 hours on this, and this is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. Now, by adding these points, and again, you're going to see this later on in the spreadsheet, I've done it for all the companies, is I've added some key outreach touch points for both contacts that are known and unknown. Now, the database has many senior contacts such as general managers, partners, chairman, but it also has some secondary contacts and some HR contacts. And the reason for this is the database that you're going to use for many opportunities within your company. Obviously, if you're a company marketing or a service company and your target base are the Middle East companies, you might want to approach them 4 or 5 times in a year with different opportunities. And if you do not have any contacts other than the senior contacts that I've shown, you may want to go in to their HR contact and try to flush out who would be good to reach out to. I recommend that not in every case should you reach out to the chairman. I previously worked in the Middle East for a company and we handled large real estate assets. I'm talking hotels, I'm talking commercial offices, land for development. And in most cases, what we did to build our internal database is we started off with investment analysts, associates, contacts at that level, and built our way up until we got to chairman and CEOs. And that's a really good strategy because then you're building up relationships with many people in the company, and that's something I also suggest. So here's a key outreach touch point. If you know who the contact is, in this case, considering Dimah Capital's robust presence in real estate investments, we propose a discussion to explore collaborative opportunities in the dynamic real estate sector. So there's a good chance that whoever receives that type of an email is going to say, well, this is not a spam. You've taken time to write that, and that's the key thing. Do not spam this database. That's not the purpose of it, and it will not work for Middle East contacts. Now, if you do not know who the contact is, then what strategy you might want to use is this. For example, your subject heading on your email could say business synergies with Dimah Capital, and then your key initial email approach line may include, we have an initiative that may align with your vision. Could you guide us to the right point of contact? So in this case, you're not going to send your presentation, you're not going to send your pitch deck. I mean, in many cases, what I had for presentations was very short form, 8-10 page presentations, and that might be able to sell. We were looking to sell maybe something that was $50 million, $100 million, and then we would have the larger investment perspective. So what you want to make sure is that you go in different levels, and this is the best way to manage your fundraising for Middle East clients. This is the type of seed capital and angel group you can find in my exclusive guide to Middle East capital. I created this exclusive database to help founders reach out to seed and angel investors with confidence. There is no other resource like it, period. And you can also check my ultimate guide to raising startup capital with over 140 pages, suitable for people who are doing first-time fundraising. That's something else that you can find on my Fiverr profile. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are two what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third, which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact header. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are two types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered as spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising, or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third-tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts, but if you're interested in this particular database, just reach out to me on my Fiverr profile below. My master database includes 400,000 verified global contacts. That includes angel investors, family investment offices, pension funds, hedge funds, private equity databases, REITs, Middle East premium high net worth and ultra high net worth investors database, venture capital lists, and investment banks. I also have clients with pitch deck reviews and corporate fundraising presentations. If you're just getting ready to send your presentation out to an investor, send it to me. I have a service on Fiverr where I will review it for you. Approximately 80% of the presentations that I get sent are not suitable to be sent out to investors. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.